What is going on, guys? The Jets just wrapped up practice for today. I'm going to give you a quick recap for it. If you appreciate that, a thumbs up is an easy way to show it. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do that now so you don't miss any of my daily Jets training camp updates. Now, the headline, we got to start with health. Obviously, there's a big story around Mekhi Becton. I felt like that deserved its own video, so that'll be at the end screen. You can check that out after. We do have some positive vibes to get into from practice as well if we put that aside for the time being until we get more information. Now, starting with some other health news. DJ Reed did miss practice with that hamstring issue. He was out for the green and white scrimmage. This is the second time where he's had to miss stretches of practice and preparation due to that hammy. So that is something to watch. That's why you keep a guy like Bryce Hall and you do not trade him. Vinny Curry and Ty Johnson also limited with lower body issues as well, but it seems like they are on the mend and should be ready to go soon. Vinny Curry, if he's not on the field soon, he's going to end up getting cut with some of the way some of these edges are playing. We'll get to that in a little bit, but the headline is quarterback Zach Wilson looking really sharp today. Was under pressure a lot, obviously with some backup tackles out there and our defensive line playing really well. Started off 3 for 3. 3 straight completions to Elijah Moore, who continues to be the number one receiver on this team by a pretty substantial margin. Then during the third down period, he goes 2 for 3, completing 2 passes to his top 2 tight ends, Tyler Conklin and CJ Uzama. Rich Cimini saying that he put it in a window, a bullet, where only Tyler Conklin could catch it. Then he fired a rocket per Connor Hughes on a slant route to Corey Davis to set up a 1st and goal. And then he finished that touchdown drive with a touchdown pass to Corey Davis as well. On the day, Zach Wilson was 9 for 11, 1 touchdown, no picks, and one of those incompletions being a throwaway. So, no bad balls were thrown today. You love to see it. And that's what I want, those tight window throws over the middle. Going back, flicking it off of his back foot. Okay, you're going to see 1 or 2 of those a year, and that's fun. We could all retweet that on Twitter, and that's fine. But what I want to see Zach Wilson do is become a professional adult quarterback, and that is 3rd and 8. Can you stick it in that window? And that's what we're seeing this offseason. That is really, really encouraging from Zach Wilson. Now let's get into more of the good besides Zach. The Jets pass catchers. Remember, during the green and white scrimmage, they had the drop season. Coach Saleh said, it's the depth perception. Dude, Coach Saleh, I love the positive vibes, right? But that's bullshit. I mean, you're a professional wide receiver, catch the damn ball. You're going to play in all kinds of different stadiums. You might go over to play a game in London. You play under the lights. You play in the rain. You play in the snow. Catch the ball. That's it. End of story. And they did a better job doing that today. No drops that were at least reported by the Jets beat today. We'd love to see that. Some more of the good. Elijah Moore continuing to be that dude. Caught 4 of Zach's 9 completions today. The Jets edge rushers having a field day. Jacob Martin, maybe his best day of camp, 2 sacks and a tackle for loss. And Sauce Gardner continues to drape all over Garrett Wilson. When those two are matched up against each other, Sauce is definitely getting the better of his fellow rookie. And, he was a higher draft pick, and wide receiver has a higher learning curve than corner. So that's fine. That's a more pro Sauce Gardner thing than it is an anti-Garrett Wilson thing. And he and Corey Davis have been having some pretty epic battles. Even the completions that were thrown to Corey Davis, Sauce had some pretty tight windows. So we'd love to see that. And also before practice started, Sauce was the first one out there. He's the first one out there every day, usually him and Zach. And he was doing these like boxing drills. And I got to think that's him working on his handwork. The only knock on Sauce right now, people ask me, can he tackle? Yes, I'm not worried about that. I know it looks weird because everything Sauce does looks weird because he's like 7 feet tall. But he's a good tackler. But he can get a little grabby. So he's got to clean that up. And, he's going to have the work ethic to attack those weaknesses. So that's going to be fixed up in short order on Sauce. Now the bad, well, the yin and the yang of our defensive line getting a lot of sacks as our offensive tackles were giving up a lot of sacks. So Dwayne Brown's going to make that a lot better. More on that at the video at the end. And yeah, Chuma Edoga and even George Pham getting beat quite a bit. And, for me, if it's Carl Lawson, if it's JFM, if it's Quinnen, I'm going to go pro defensive line. I think, that's realistic. But if our offensive tackles are getting the work from Tim Ward and Jabari Zuniga with respect, that's a problem. I view that as a negative thing. I think our offensive tackles should be able to hold up better against those guys. Sometimes you guys are going to like me better than others. I'm going to give it to you straight. I don't want to see that. Now, who surprised? Philly, Will Parks. He's going to make this team as a safety. We just don't have really 3 safeties better than Will Parks. Continues to be a thorn in the side of Joe Flacco with the second team. Really good closing speed, breaking on the ball. I like Philly Will. I think he might have our best range in the back end, like the combination of range and ball skills. Ashton Davis has the athleticism, but I don't know if he takes the best angles. Philly Will seems like he does. We mentioned Jabari Zuniga. 2 sacks today. Hey, I'd kind of given up on him a little bit, but he's popped recently. So, he might be a tough cut or even a trade candidate. Then some position battles. Really nothing to note too much here. No news really on Mims or the linebackers. Quan still seems to be getting a lot of reps with the ones, if you read between the lines. And then the kickers, Greg Zuerlein did miss 2 kicks today. Eddie Pinheiro made all of his. Greg Zuerlein did make a 56-yarder during the green and white scrimmage. But I'm leaning with the accuracy of Pinheiro over the big leg of Greg Zuerlein, to me, over the course of 17 games. But we'll see how that plays out. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow. Positive vibes only, all gas, no break.